Hi everyone, it's Artist from Man Carpentry. Today we're gonna build a wall. Also we're gonna take this last bit out of the wall. I made a start but didn't finish. So idea with this is we're gonna make this hallway area slightly bigger because the room is enough as it is. So we're gonna make this slightly bigger. Also allowing for potential putting wardrobe. As you would walk in from the front door, you walk in, you have either wardrobe with sliding doors or just any wardrobe of any kind put in. So we'll see what customer decides to do, but there will be that option. You know, so as you walk in house, you can put stuff inside straight away rather than walking through the house and putting hangers or putting under the stair cupboard, which there isn't one, but there's potential other thing we could do, build one, but we obviously it's all down to budget. So instead of that, we'll just build a wall here, and that way it will have a space for the wardrobe, and also it will have a switch probably we're gonna put here, and yeah, so hopefully it'll be a bit more user friendly. So stay tuned and I will catch up you in a bit. So it's me again, just to catch up. I've finished basically taking everything off, and as you can see, we've got lovely rotten joists there. And you imagine if you don't do all that work, one day, if you don't, check everything properly, and then, when you think you've finished everything, there appears to be a problem with joists, as we can see here. So what we'll do, we're not going to replace whole lengths. We will, however, bring these up, this section, hallway section, see how far it is bad, and we'll add on ends. Possibly put it on a slate or something as well. I think that would be better. And what we'll do, you want to have at least a meter of join onto the old piece, and about 3 bolts on each. So we're going to sort this out. Also, what I wanted to show you is how you can see that there is a problem with floor. So you can see I can push it in, and the common problem is the corners of the building usually, especially older buildings, and that's what happens to them. So that's why you want to really do like a moderate refurb and check every corner, because once you think you've finished, it doesn't look good to you if you do it for someone else, and B, it could be an issue. Well, it will be an issue later date when tenants will complain that there's a problem with the floor, it's spongy, and you imagine you've done all the work, new scouring, new plaster, and you got new everything, new floors. And if you have LVT, what we're going to do here, that means you need to strip it all back. If you got plywood or whatever you got as a backing board, you need to rip that up. So that's why it's always very important to inspect. I also have found some rotten ceiling joists upstairs in corners. So we'll do the same thing, we'll add on pieces and we'll count it from where it's good, where it's not rotten. We'll count a meter back and we bolt it, so we can go as far as here if you like. I'm saying that, yeah, we'll see how far we need to get to replace them actually. But yeah, you can see, I'll show you how it actually looks. So that's me taking this stud wall, and stud wall actually was holding the floor joist, to be fair. So maybe that's why they built it, I don't know. Because that looks very old and this timber doesn't look that old to me. So I think with that stud wall they've held it in, so they've sort of hid the problem, but we will sort it out because we will have LVT flooring here throughout, and we don't want to obviously be going back, so I'll check every corner, possibly there as well. Or it could be, well, first what you can do is try to screw this board. It could be that board's been up and they haven't fixed it to the joists, but if it still persists problem, then that means that your joists have rotten, as you can see here. And that will be the same story with the rafters, ceiling rafters, because we had damp patches in all four corners, so hence why I wanted to inspect. So we're gonna have to add some timber on that, but that is not as bad because it only takes obviously sealing, but when you actually walk on the floors that could affect it and it would fail quicker, a lot quicker. So that's what I want to share with you, and I will catch up with you in a bit. So we stripped the floorboards up, and here we got a plate, which is lucky because what we can do, we can use this plate to join over. So you can imagine that is your wall plate, if you like. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut our timber short, cut them here somewhere, and add new timbers alongside. We take the rotten bits out. What we're also going to have to do is take that wall plate out, but that will come out naturally after we taken this out. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna use old timber because it's thicker, old timber which I've taken from the wall out for the wall plate, which will be good enough. I'll take this bit, I'll de-nail it and put that as a wall plate because this is thicker than the new stuff. This is 50 mil, new stuff is 45 mil, 44 mil. So I will use that to match the height. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. So we'll use this on the plate. Luckily I've got some 4x2 which I meant to have for walls. We can use that here, which shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, without too much chatting about, we'll just crack on, as we still got to build that wall. So we've cleaned that where the actual joist sits, or plate sits. So I'll do, I've got some SPR, which is to seal it, seal the wood, well, seal stuff. You can buy wood preservative. I'll put that there. I will seal that there, that area where it's going to sit, so what it will stop moisture coming through. And then I will treat wood with the same stuff, at least in that end. Obviously here we know it will be fine because it hasn't rotten. Is that end is potentially a problem. So yeah, so when we fit the new door, which we will be doing, hopefully that way we will get things sorted and water won't get in at all, because I think it was getting in somewhere, but we'll cross that bridge later. We'll sort this out now, because obviously we've got to build that wall for electricians. So yeah, that's where we are. So I'm going to prep everything for putting joists in and plate. So the floor joists are done. What I've used, what you might have to do, because obviously old timber and new timber, there is difference in thickness. I had to cut 7mm packers. All I've done is set up my skill saw to thickness 7mm, and that way I got a perfect match. So alternatively you can use plywood or OSB board, depending on the joist you're putting, you know. If you go discrepancies, you can do that, or just cut a bits of wood. Obviously it will shrink over time, but it will shrink all together, so that I wouldn't worry about that too much. Everything dries, so it is what it is. You can't change that, but yeah, that's the way you do it. Just cut yourself sliders of what packers you need. And I've just went with what it was. I haven't really gone anything special, so just flat. Probably isn't too level, but we need to obviously go with this floor, so it should be okay. It will be flat, and that's the main you know, properties. So yeah, I hope. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so everything else is I've showed you, I think. Obviously we're gonna have to break that up there to take, well, we'll do there and there just to support that step, so we don't want it to fail in future. It probably will last for a bit, but you know, we don't want it to fail, so we will do that. But unfortunately I don't have any cement and sand or bricks, so we will do it as I come next time here. I'll pick some up, but that doesn't stop from getting on doing other stuff. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna put those floorboards back, and then we're gonna start building that wall. I was gonna show you how I built the wall today, so I'm gonna quickly finish the boarding. I will de-nail and put boards back on, and yeah, and I will catch up with you in the next video.